Trigger warning. This video contains the topic of murder, death, and suicide. To get help on the topic of suicide, consider calling your local suicide hotline as can be found in this link. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, and incidents either are products of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual events or locals or persons, living or dead, is entirely coincidental. In November 2020, a channel by the name of Miaman Channel was created, and also is the beginning of a new IRG. A lot of information is in Japanese, so sorry if I missed or misinterpret something. But what is Miaman? Miaman is an abbreviation of Miyako Manju, a band from Rokusengaoka High School, a fictional school that takes place in Hiratsuka, Kanagawa Prefecture, Kanto Region, Japan. Miyako Manju consists of 6 members who are Sakuma Hikari, Iwanaga Shizuka, Aoshima Reiko, Ayashiro Nanano, Mori Ichigo, and Yoshinoriya. In this case, the media used is not only YouTube, but also Twitter, as a place where the characters communicate. In this section, our story focuses on the guitarist Sakuma Hikari. The story begins with our 6 main characters introducing themselves in separate videos. Those characters are a part of a band named Miyako Manju. Miyako Manju was going to perform at a school festival on the 23rd of November 2020. Hikari occasionally tweeted about Sutomayo's song Hans Grey. Just keep this in mind, it will be important later. The next day after they performed, there was a festival substitution holiday until the 26th of November 2020. The band didn't have any activity. Hikari was looking for something interesting to do. She found a case called Blood Doll Case Return. There was originally a mysterious incident called the Blood Doll Incident in 1987, and it seems that a similar situation is occurring in Hiratsuka, where Hikari lives. In fact, it seems that several dead bodies have been found in Hikari's neighborhood. For simplifying things, the Blood Doll Incident or Blood Doll Case is an event happening in 1987. The Blood Doll Case Return is a new event happening in 2020. On the 25th of November 2020, the members of Miyako Manju went to the scene of Blood Doll Case and interviewed some people there. Hikari is also a member of Imaoka Occult Club, which had information about the Blood Doll Incident. According to what is written on this occult site, there are 6 victims of the Blood Doll Incident in a 13-day cycle. And in the victim's pocket, to Shirano whom I worship, I offer my. During the investigation, Hikari gets information from a college student named Taki-san. According to him, if you are followed by a Shinigami, the equivalent of Grim Reaper in Japan, a death angel, account on Twitter, you will die. Hikari is surprised to find out that Reaper uses social media. The investigation went on with nothing interesting so far. That's when Hikari decided to close the investigation at 6 p.m. On the next day, Miyako Manju continued their investigation. Although the others didn't seem to be very interested, Hikari is passionate about the investigation. She came to the one of the original Blood Doll Incident victim's house. Then there is an 8-hour gap after that tweet until the next tweet. It's the 27th of November 2020. The holiday has ended. Their activity came back to normal, until in the evening, when Hikari was not tweeting anymore, her friends became concerned. Remember Sutomayo and Komukiko 2000? They tweeted this. The MV was supposed to be released on the 27th of November 2020. With this tweet, we know that Hikari was disappointed because the MV is delayed. Then the night passed. That day was the 28th of November 2020. The members of Miyako Manju were panicking. The day before, Hikari was okay, but out of a sudden, she committed suicide. The Miyako Manju channel posted a video on their channel.
友達、光っていう子が発起人になって始めたバンドです。
The band knows that Hikari's death is not ordinary. Her death is caused by a curse infect. A note was found in Hikari's pocket which reads, "To Cyrano whom I worship, I give my right hand." When the girls learned about this incident on a website called the Imauka Occult Club, they consulted with the police, but they were not taken very seriously. So they decided to contact someone who got involved in the original battle case. Her name is Takaichi. She is the sole survivor of the case 33 years ago. She was in England when the case happened. She handed the band a note. That note was found in the apartment that Takaichi shared with her circle after she returned from England. The note might be a code to open the safe. The girls asked the internet for help, and thus the melting team came to help. The melting team is how we call the participants from now on. In the video, there are noises that contains QR code fragment. In the next day, the puzzle was solved. Written on the left side of paper was a postcard. On the right is a 7-star cigarette. Multiply the price of the postcard by the price of 7-star in 1987 when this paper was written. 40 times 220 yen is 8,800. They opened the safe and found a set of papers that seems to be another puzzle. So the melting team solved the puzzle again, resulting in a series of numbers. If you found the number, you would hear a mysterious voice, and by playing the voice in reverse, you could hear
昭和58年1月15日、ジョージ・キーン。昭和62年1月1日、うさぎ。昭和60年3月15日、250人死亡。
The melting team continued. They searched for January 15, 1983, January 1, 1987, and March 15, 1985 in the Public Relation Hiratsuka Digital Archive. Looking at the Public Relation Hiratsuka issued on each date, they found 3 articles. From Public Relation Hiratsuka number 387, issued on January 15. Seiji Chin is introduced. In the same year, it was established as a shrine. From Public Relation Hiratsuka New Year Special Issue, issued on January 1. An illustration of an EMA 40 picture tablet with a rabbit on it was published. From Public Relation Hiratsuka number 404, issued on March 15. The headline read, "Let's get cancer screening. 250 people die in a year." If you apply this to the mysterious message in turn, you will get "Give your votive tablet or EMA at Hiratsuka Hachimangu." On this day too, Tsutomayo's MV was released. There was a QR code in the MV. The QR code leads to a Dropbox with a file binary.txt, which, if being converted with Base64, going to produce a picture like this. This picture will be relevant at the end. On the December 1st, Myanmar members will visit Hiratsuka Hachimangu to make a wish to the shrine. Everyone hoped for the curse to be lifted, but unfortunately they were wrong. 10 December 2020, Iwanaga Shizuka died. A note was also found in Shizuka's pocket. To Shirano whom I worship, I give my right leg. On the next day, Miyako Manju posted a video on YouTube.
しずちゃんは死ぬ直前に私たちの LINE グループに一本の動画を載せました。
私は今なんと死神と会ってます。詳しいことは明日話すけど、私たちは助かると思う。大丈夫、死神なんていないよ。
The video continues with the members debating. Nanano was mad at Ichigo because Ichigo slandering about her in Warui Ichigo, Ichigo's bank account or second account on Twitter. Then Ria intervened.
もうやめて。ごめんなさい。やっぱり私が全部悪かったから。だからやめて。本当のこと全部言うから。星野さん待って。私たちは先ほど話したリーパーというアカウントが本当に死神のアカウントなのかをまず突き止めたいと思っています。
When Hoshinomiya tried to tell the truth, Aoshima Reiko intervened and then the video cuts, so we don't know what she was going to say then. The group was trying to get more information about the victims followed by Reaper. According to the Imauka occult site, there were 6 victims including Shizuka Iwanaga. Aiko Kotohira's initial name is Ike, and Ino's real name is Fumi Inomoto according to the contents of her tweets is FE. 2 out of 3 match. However, we still can't dismiss the possibility that it is just a coincidence. So the girls are trying to access a backdoor site called the Imauka Occult Club Member Salon, where they can confirm the real name of the victims. Ichigo sent in an application to join the member salon to get the victim's full name, hoping to be able to reveal Reaper's identity. However, only a mysterious video was sent to her. The video shows the moon. According to the Japanese moon phase calendar in December 2020, that moon is very similar to the moon that showed up on the 10th of December 2020, the night when Shizuka died. Then the video cuts into a man running to a telephone booth calling the police. Not much known about it. This video uploaded by Miyaman also contains a QR code fragment, like the previous video. When the melting team is trying to register to the salon, they got different videos. In fact, there were 7 videos. You still can get the videos by typing your email into the registration page on the Imauka occult site. Here is the compilation. Next, the melting team will read the message hidden in this video. A video of pressing 110 in the telephone booth at night when the first quarter moon floats in the sky. The message hidden in this is open bracket 110. Then, a video of a mysterious person swinging up a screwdriver. This is a plus screwdriver. Video showing the lower tarot card and the upper limit of the moon. From here, 6 close bracket from the number assigned to this card 6 and the shape of the moon. The shape of the moon doesn't represent any particular important date. A man crossing a crossroad, which means multiply symbol. Stars shaped like 7. A stop sign, which means minus symbol. And the last one is an 18. Then, if you get the message hidden in these videos and arrange them in numerical order from 1 in the video, a certain formula will appear. And when this formula calculated, it becomes 794. Heian Kyo was found in 794. Hence, Heian Kyo was the password. On the Salon page, there are 3 more pages. One containing the full name of the victims, one containing info about Imauka occult website caretaker, and the last one is the caretaker's theory about the case, which we will talk about later on. When the girls can access the member salon of the Imauka Occult Club, they see the real names of the victims so far. All of them match. Aiko Kotohira owns the Kotoko Aiko account, Maki Ono owns the Rans Maki account, and Fumi Enomoto owns the Enoki Books account. Sugiyama Shina doesn't seem to have any Twitter account. The band decided to keep an eye on the Reaper account meanwhile continuing on their daily life. Nanano devotes herself to practicing the play in the theater even more than before. Ria is now actively working to solve the case, doing research at the library and visiting the crime scene, unlike before. And Ichiko is investigating with Ria. Her friend's losses made Reiko seems depressed. Everything went normal for more than a week until Ria Hoshino died. For now, let's talk about the original Blood Doll case. 33 years before the time of the incident, a similar case also happened, which pattern was almost the same as the Blood Doll case return incident, like the paper found with the victims or the 30 days death gap. Here is the chronology. The event that started it all took place in the early morning of April 20, 1987. It was in the mountain of Hiratsuka City. There were 6 men and women gathered there. They were members of the same occult circle and were all young, aged between 18 and 21. There are many unanswered questions about the details of what was going on in the mountain. According to one theory, they were stabbing knives into their own bodies and pouring their blood into dolls. There are also 2 theories why they were doing that ceremony. The first theory is that they were selling drugs in the mountains in order to sell them to the university campus. The Blood Doll ritual was thought to be a disguise to distract the investigation and cover up the crime itself. However, this theory was not very convincing. There is no evidence that drugs were being sold on campus at the time. More importantly, there is no evidence of drug use on the part of any of 6 people who were present. Therefore, it is more natural to think of this hypothesis as a mere guesswork. Imauka believes that the following theory is the most plausible. Second theory, the seance theory. They were members of an occult circle, so it is easier to understand that they were performing some kind of occult ritual. There was also a testimony that they had been buying books on seances before the ritual. If we consider the unusual act of pouring blood on the doll as a part of ritual of the seance, it begins to make more sense and persuasive. Imauka provided an article on this case. The headline reads, Special Feature Project 4, Evil Spirits and Mysterious Deaths. The truth about Blood Doll incident, ritual as told by a living witness. I won't read the whole article as it will be too long, but a notable paragraph goes as follows. There was only one survivor of the circle, and we succeeded in contacting her. She was 20 years old and was living in a quiet residential area in the city. She was 20 years old at the time of the ceremony, and was a member of a cult group. But she was studying abroad when the ceremony took place, so she was not involved in the events. The article may be referring to Takaichi. Her testimony was doubted because he was not there at the moment. 7 May 1987. Shinjiro Hayama was 19 at the time. He jumped to his death from the landing of the stairs on the 12th floor of his apartment building. A paper was found. To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my body. 20th May 1987. Yoko Sugisaki was 21. Hung herself to death in the garage of her house. A paper was found. To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my right arm. 2nd of June 1987. Hikaru Hoshino was 20 years old. Dies after slitting his wrist in the bathroom of his house. A paper was found. To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my left arm. 15th of June 1987. Atsushi Yanagita. He jumps onto a train and dies. A paper was found. To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my left leg. 28th of June 1987. Honoka Kitazawa was 20 at the time. Dies of gas poisoning in an enclosed room. A paper was found. To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my right leg. 11th of July 1987. Gosetsu Shiraki was 20 at the time. Dies of arsenic poisoning in his room. A paper was found. To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my head. The Imaoka Occult Club has given some theories about the suicide incidents. Number 1. Mass hysteria theory. One psychologist suggested that this incident was caused by some kind of mass hysteria. Needless to cite the miracle of Fatima, there is no shortage of cases in the world where a large number of people have hallucinated at the same time. Number 2. Assassination by a drug syndicate. This is a theory presented by a journalist. The theory is that the members of the drug syndicate who were selling drugs on campus were retaliated by the police in some way. But if that is the case, what are the mysterious pieces of paper? Number 3. A curse caused by a sense. This theory was the most popular among the administrators. It is a theory that they seized some kind of existence, and as compensation, they became mentally abnormal and took their own lives, or were forced to do so. Those are some theories given by the Imaoka Occult Club. Remember, those are only speculations and the truth remains unclear, since everyone who knows the truth have taken their life. Now we can go back to the main timeline. On the next day after Rya's death, the Miyako Manju channel posted a video about Rya's death. Reiko's mental health is nowhere near well. A video was sent by Rya to the group. She apologized, saying, "I'm sorry for everything I've done, and it was all my fault," and ended it with a farewell message of "Be well everyone."
レイコ、ナナ、イチゴ。今までごめんなさい。今みんながこんなことに巻き込まれてしまったのは全部私のせいです。光とシズが死んだのも。だから私はもっと早くこうすればよかったんだよね。最初からこうしておけば誰も死なずに済んだのかもしれない。みんな元気でね。
After Rya's video, there is a link to a Zoom meeting which leads to a Dropbox page. When downloaded, there are 2 recordings of the Zoom meeting, which I'm not able to translate. Little by little, the girls are able to lead their daily lives as they did before they were involved in the incident. The group seemed to still be confused. From the message Rya sent, the members thought that she might have committed suicide, but Reaper's account, Reaper, was following Rya. Rya also had a piece of paper in her pocket that read, "To Cyrano whom I worship, I offer my left leg." But the fact that Rya might be the last victim, since the same incident 33 years ago also had 6 victims, calmed them. In this video, there was a QR code, the third one in fact. Their life continues as normal. Nanano relieved the curse is over, continues to practice at the theater. While thinking about her friends who have passed away, Ichiko gradually returns to her normal life, and Reiko is recovering from her depression. Meanwhile, on the 29th of December, the melting team received an email from Imaoka Occult Club. The email only contains one picture, which is a coma. When decrypted using an application called Free File Camouflage, a fragment of a QR code was revealed. This is the fourth phase of the QR code. By combining all of the QR code pieces, we can form one full QR code, which led to a Google Drive link with only one file stored. It is a distorted picture of an article headline, 18-year-old high school girl drowned. The news date is the 19th of January 2021. Moge Ichigo has died. This time, no paper was found with the victim. From this point, Nanano accused Reiko of killing 4 of her friends. She posted a video of Ichigo's death, accusing Reiko. On the other hand, Reiko Aoshima is weaker than before, probably worse than last time. It is also possible that she is taking the same medication as she was taking before. Over the next few days, Nanano searched for evidence to see if Reiko was the culprit, until she realized that Reiko was not the culprit. From the main information, a piece of information stood out. A photo of a ritual was in Takaichi's possession. Imaoka seemed to know Takaichi well enough. On the 18th of January 2021, Nanano emailed Imaoka as per the melting team's opinion. Nanano Ayashiro sends an email to Imaoka. After a few hours, Imaoka replied to her. Imaoka replied that she has found Takaichi Harumi's phone number. She called her and made plans to meet her at 4:30 p.m. on the 18th of January. And then, Nanano Ayashiro has died. Like Ichigo, no paper was found along with the body. On the next day, Reiko posted a screenshot of an article. 18-year-old high school girl drowned, says the headline. On the 19th of January, at midnight, Hikari Sakuma's account tweets a series of mysterious symbols. The tweet is decoded using base 64. 01222000 is 22 of January 8 p.m. And the series of alphabet is the URL of Miyaman channel. In the other words, January 22 8 p.m. Go to the Miyaman channel and watch the video. That is what it means. And the live streaming started on 8 p.m. on January 22. Reiko Aoshima speaks as if she is mumbling in the live streaming, while expressing her gratitude to the members who had already died. Reiko walked on, spitting out words that were no longer relevant. And then the end comes. The sound of car brakes echoes. The glow of headlight approaches. In the end, she is hit by a car and died. After that, a mysterious voice was heard with noise. Were this girl destined to die, really?
彼女たちは死ぬべき運命だったんだろうか。本当に。
Meanwhile, from the 9th of January until this point, Hikari's account profile picture changed gradually with more noise and changed to the binary city logo at the end. After Reiko's life, Hikari Sakuma's account tweeted another mysterious symbol. If we convert this in base 64, we get a series of numbers and alphabet. The numbers means a date, which is 24 of January 8 p.m. And the alphabet is the URL of Miyaman channel, January 24 8 p.m. go to Miyaman channel and watch the video. On the 24th of January 2, Hikari Sakuma's profile picture changed to Iori's, and the Twitter account name and handle changed to Iori Heartfelt. Iori Heartfelt and his sister, Hasuki Heartfelt, appear in the video posted on the 24th of January 2021. They asked for help from the melting team to save Miyaman. In order to get to the bottom of what happened, they have to unlock the security system and look at the phone of Miyako Manju members. There are 3 secret questions on each phone. Iori and his sister have obtained the phone data of Shizuka Iwanaga, Nanano Ayashiro, Ichigo Mori, and Hikari Sakuma. As for breaking through the security of Hikari Sakuma's phone, they just type her birthday. From Shizuka Iwanaga's phone, we got recording of her conversation with Junichiro Hanayama. From Nanano Ayashiro's phone, a recording of her conversation with Harumi Takaichi and photos of the ritual. From Mori Ichigo's phone, a cut of the second video, and from Hikari Sakuma's phone, a cut of the first video. Who is the killer then? We will stop the story for now and give it a recap of the death timeline. The Reaper account only followed 9 accounts, while there are 10 victims. All victims have their account followed by Reaper, except Sukuya Mashina. All of the victims have 13 days gaps between their deaths, except one, Sukuya Mashina. All of the victims' age ranging from 17 to 21, except Sukuya Mashina. Also notice that Sugo's and Ria's paper both give their left legs, so who is Sukuya Mashina? Apparently, Sukuya Mashina is So Hoshino's dad. So Hoshino and his mother were abused. When Ria Hoshino learns of this, she meets Sukuya Mashina and talks to him to stop the abuse. But Sukuya Mashina becomes angry and attacks her. Ria took a fire extinguisher that was nearby, and he was beaten to death many times. Then she disguises it as a victim of a blood incident. Now we can break the case down. The Bloody Doll Return incident was a religious case. Theater company Akaguma, the place where Nanano practices her play, was involved in that. The trope decides that the suicide of Sukuya Mashina, which was disguised by Ria Hoshino, is a disgrace to the ritual and that the murderer should be punished by God. They find a Miyako Manju pic that Ria dropped at the scene of Sukuya Mashina's murder. He realizes that it was someone from the Miyako Manju who killed Sukuya Mashina, but he doesn't know who it was. The school principal, Junichiro Hanayama, who was connected to the Akaguma Theater Company, found out that Sukuya Mashina was murdered by one of Miyako Manju, but he didn't know who it was. Then he killed all the Miyako Manju for some reason. I'm not entirely sure with my translation. My theory is that Akaguma Theatrical Company was doing some kind of ritual that involves killing people and then killed the whole Miyako Manju because they are disturbing the ritual, as well as using Miyaman members' death as the offering for the ritual. In the end, Iori successfully altered the timeline and saved all of the Miyaman members, so they don't get killed. But the mystery doesn't stop there. In the ending sequence, there are Morse codes that could be translated into a Twitter handle that only posts one picture. That picture can be translated into "Everything starts from here." There are details that I missed, like some untranslated clues. If anyone knows something or wants to help, you can contact me. But that's all I can offer to you. Until then, goodbye.